So, namaste, good morning, and welcome yet again to another episode of Dekho Apna Desh. It's such an amazing journey of incredible India viewers that it just doesn't stop, right? We keep going, we keep walking, we keep cycling. Sometimes we go on a motorbike, sometimes we go on a plane, sometimes we go on a train, but we reach these amazing destinations. And today we are going to take you to yet another very different and a very beautiful part of our country. It is located in the very northeast part of our country. It is the beautiful state of Arunachal Pradesh. And we are going to go trekking. But of course, we are not only going to do trekking, we are going to talk of a lot of other things that we can see when we get there to Arunachal Pradesh. But believe me, viewers, if you are an Indian and live in India, or if you are a foreign tourist who lives away from India, or if you're an Indian who lives anywhere else in the world and not in India, do make sure that you have Arunachal Pradesh on your bucket list, because it is one of those absolutely mesmerizing places that you will see in our beautiful country. And taking us trekking and taking us a little more information about Arunachal today are two very interesting people. One of them, Sering Wange. Welcome, Sering, and welcome, Himanshu Barua. And if I introduce you, Sering, first, well, Sering is having the unique distinction of being the first Indian to do the world's highest sky jump. Now, where did he do that? He did that. I'm not going to tell you, right? I'm going to ask him later as to where he did that. But he's been working with tourism for more than 30, almost 30 years, I should say, because he started around 92, 93. So he has an extensive experience of tourism, especially in his part of the world where he lives at. But he's been to world marts, he's been to travel marts, he's been to trade marts. So he knows a lot as to what does it take really to be an entrepreneur who has been associated with something he says he loves. And joining him today in walking and taking us on the journey in Arunachal is the very young Himanshu Barua. So Himanshu could not have had 30 years of experience because he's very young still. But he had the thought of becoming an entrepreneur in the world of travel, especially focusing on Northeast when he was a student in Pondicherry. And it's very inspiring, Himanshu, to have youngsters like you who have made a living out of a thought. You had a passion, you had a thought, and you've converted into an actual business. And you also have been there for the winner of the Young Entrepreneur category at the Indian Achievers Award 2021. How very nice is that? So welcome to both of you. I am not going to say too much about where all are we going to go, what are we going to see, because I'm going to leave that to both of you to tell. But I am going to tell all the viewers, I am wearing the shirt of the Olympics that's happening right now in Tokyo. Let's keep cheering Sindhu. Let's keep cheering all our other athletes who are there, who are making their best effort to get the medals for the country. So keep cheering for them, viewers. It's a tough year. All games are being watched virtually, but don't forget to support and push your team that is right now fighting for some medals in Tokyo. But for now, let's go trekking in Arunachal. Sering, welcome, and we look forward to a conversation with you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good morning to all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank the MOT for giving me this opportunity to share my experience, to share my views, and to share some trekking and camping and mountaineering that we organize in Arunachal Pradesh. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, first, I'll just give a brief about myself. I've been into tourism for quite some time, and I really love tourism, and I will continue to do tourism for as long as I can. So I'm from Arunachal Pradesh. My name is Sering Wange, and I'm from Bombdila. It's a district quarter and located in border, very close to China border, and it is at the height of 8,500 feet above sea level. Arunachal can be reached from anywhere, from different part of the world. Say Guwahati is the main entry point for they can reach by, people can come by train or by flight or by road. From Guwahati, one can drive up to Arunachal Pradesh without any problem. And our airport is being inaugurated, is being opened on 15th August. So we are going to be connected by air also very soon. In next 15 days, we'll be connected. So I have some PPTs to share with you, and it's about the Bailey Trail trekking. The Bailey Trail trekking, I think I'll share the PPT, and I'll also give a brief about what this Bailey Trail trekking is all about. Okay, so in the Himalayan state of Arunachal Pradesh in Northeast India traces the historic route taken by Lieutenant Colonel F.M. Bailey. He was a British political officer who, during his explorations of the area, trekked from Tawang to Bomdila via Jang, Mago, Lurtem, Potok, Changla, Tungri and Chandar. He and his team crossed several high mountain passes, glacier, crystal clear lakes, yak herders hamlets and high altitude Monpas villages, which presently it is located in West Kameng and Tawang district. The Bailey Trail covers a wide variety of terrain, from lowland pastures and serene villages to the powerful glaciers and stunning mountain views. In the rugged mountain scenery, trekkers will come across Highlander communities, yak herders and Monpa tribal people. The Bailey Trail is not only visually superb but also provides a chance to learn about the local cultures. Along the way, one will come across hot water spring at Mago, thundering waterfalls at Jang, and cross icy rivers and high mountain passes touching almost 16,000 feet above sea level. The same route was used by both Indian Army and also the Chinese intruder during 1962 Indo-China War. So this Bailey Trail is actually very, very interesting and one of the most pristine trekking route in Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the itinerary. Briefly, it is about a 12 days program. First, we get together at Guwahati. Everyone who goes for the trail, for the Bailey Trail, they come to Guwahati, which is the center entry point for North India. So from Guwahati, we drive up to Bomdila, which is about 130 kilometers in the plains and 180 kilometers in the Arunachal Pradesh. And from Bomdila, next day we again drive for about 60 kilometers towards Chandar. It's a small Monpa village, and one can have a mind-blowing view of Mount Gorichen peak from Chandar. So we'll show you, of course, some beautiful photographs as we go along. Then we have this Chandar to Tungri trek. Tungri is the last road head also. So from there it's 100% pure trekking. So from Tungri, which is about 351 meters above sea level, and it takes about 6 hours. Then from Changla we again trek towards Potok, which is 1840 meters, and we pass the Changla Pass and also Poshingla Pass. All along there are rhododendron forest. So it's really, really very interesting. Then from Potok we move towards Lurtem, which is 4142 meters height, and in route we will cross Sela Pass, which is again 4711 meters. So there we'll again show you, as we go along, we'll show you some photographs of the lakes which we will cross en route this trekking. These are lovely and mind-blowing, and it's really worth all the pain you will take to trek to these places. Then we move on to from Lurtem we move on to Mago. In Mago we have two small hamlets called Nuri and Dori. And this village, we also have an army establishment since it is a border area. So here we also have a this one hot water spring. So I'll just tell you one small incident that happened. I took four foreigners. They were from London, and they were 73 years old was the oldest gentleman, and 62, then 50 and 50. So all four of them, we took them to trek in this area, that hot water spring in Mago. What they did was, there are three, four, places where you can take bath, you can wash clothes, very nice and comfortable. So, so they took bath in birthday shoot. When they were in the birthday shoot, then the next this one that place where these locals were also washing clothes. Then suddenly they saw these foreigners totally in birthday shoot, and they all ran away. Then I told this our trucker friends that please, this is not done, and so please you have to wear something. So they apologized and they wore some clothes, and then I mean, like, so these are the things we all have to be very careful while taking our guest to such remote places. So okay, so there was one small incident that happened, and we have been very careful to brief them about do's and don'ts while in the mountains, especially in remote places like Arunachal Pradesh. So from there, our next campsite is New Maling, and after that we drive up to Tawang. As you all know, and I'm sure you must have heard about Tawang. Tawang is one of the most touristic and most beautiful places to visit. And like they say, if you go to Agra and don't visit Taj Mahal, then it's no use. Same way, if you come to Arunachal and you don't visit Tawang, it is, people will say, what you have seen. So we generally, after the trekking, we take them to Tawang. So in Tawang, we have one full day of excursion. Tawang Monastery, which is the second biggest monastery in Asia, only next to the Potala of Tibet. Then we also take our guests and visitors to Urgiling Monastery, the birthplace of His Holiness the 5th Dalai Lama. Then there's a war memorial. Then we have this one local cultural programs, and also market for souvenir shoppings and all. So then of course we bring them to Bomdila, and that is how the Bailey trek, we organize it. And we want people to come from different parts of the India and abroad. So here I'm showing some of the photographs. This is Bomdila town where we are actually based, and this is one monastery we have. It is called Gonse Rapgiling Monastery, GRL Monastery in short. And these are the photographs you will, scenes and sceneries you will come across as you go down and up during the treks. And this is on the way to Tungri camp. As well, Tungri is the last head. And these yaks, I do not know how many of you have seen the yaks, but we have hundreds and hundreds of yaks in our place, and they stay in the high altitude areas during summer, and they come down to lower altitudes during the winter. So this is a women trekking team near Changla camp. Like this, you will find carpet of greeneries everywhere, and you will enjoy. It's very good for eyes. This is a group of trekkers reaching the Chandar camp. And as I told at the Pota camp, you will come across a lake. You can see it's such a lovely lake, and it is not just one. There are hundreds of lakes. I tell you, there are hundreds of lakes to explore and to see. So these are just given you a glimpse. So if you are into lakes and nature, then of course we'll need some more days to show you around. So because of the pandemic, now everybody is saying that we have to follow the government rules and regulations. So keeping that in view, we try to organize, keeping some distance from each other. This is one typical traditional Monpa house. If you see closely, you will find that these are made out of some stones and bricks. And this is again this one small group of trekkers. Now this is the larger group of trekkers. They are from Bangalore and from Guwahati. So this is from Bangalore and Guwahati, and we took them to a trekking trip. This is plogging trek. This plogging trek was organized 2 years back, October 2019. The plogging trek is something which is unique, and we had this one trekkers from Ladakh, 3 trekkers from Ladakh and 2 from Assam and 4 from Arunachal Pradesh. And this was led by Dr. Anshu Jamsenpur, and she did all the, with the team did the cleaning all along the trek route of the Belly Trail. And so interestingly, this was noticed by our Honorable Prime Minister, sir, and Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, sir, has tweeted it and also mentioned it in his Mann Ki Baat program, which really gave us a lot of encouragement. And the plogging trek is something which is very unique, and we encourage everyone to clean the tracks well in the mountains. Can I show this? No. Okay. So I move on next. Okay. So this is the end of my PPT, and now I will ask my young friend Himanshu to show something very special. Arunachal is 84,000 square kilometer, and we have more than 1,000 kilometers of unexplored Himalayas. So the one which I was showing you was from the western part, and I will ask Himanshu to take us to the eastern part of Arunachal and show something unique, something special to our viewers. Himanshu.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your words. And hello, everyone. So I'm Himanshu Burwa from Assam. So I'm a tourism entrepreneur. I've been working in the field of tourism, Northeast India tourism, from the last 5 years. I started my tourism startup in the year of 2016, and it's called Finderbridge Tourism. You can check on finderbridge.com. So basically, it's about it's about the name means that it's about finding the place and making a bridge to the rest of the world so that people can come and explore the beautiful place, beautiful region of Northeast India. So this is what the name implies, Finder Bridge. So first of all, thank you to each and everyone who is present over here. Thank you to the Ministry of Tourism, Rupinder ma'am, and everyone over here for giving us this platform and opportunity to show you something very beautiful and tell us more about Arunachal Pradesh, which is one of the most beautiful state in the entire nation. And so let's start with a very beautiful presentation, right? So basically, before the presentation start, I'm just going to give a little bit words about that. What is the place and what is it? Why it's very, why it's like a surprise to us. Like, it's not mentioned in any of the information, So it's basically a surprise. So we are going to have a little bit of virtual tour with the presentation. It's basically all about the photos. So Bailey Trail Trek was in the western Arunachal part, in the Bomdila Tawang part, obviously, and now we are coming back to the eastern Arunachal, right? So Arunachal is full of unexplored destinations and magical destinations and mountains, lakes, waterfall, caves, and whatnot, valleys, tribes, and lots of things, culture, festivals. So we are coming to the eastern Arunachal, which is very, very unexplored compared to the western Arunachal part. So in the eastern Arunachal, we have two very beautiful district name under one common name, which is called as Dibang Valley, right? So Dibang Valley is a very beautiful and one of the most grandest valley of Arunachal Pradesh, situated in the laps of Himalayas. And due to the name of Dibang Valley, it has been divided into two sub-districts: Lower Dibang Valley and the Upper Dibang Valley, right? So we are going to move on to the upper Dibang Valley, which is we are going to focus on that. So we have a very beautiful, recently explored. Lots of local people have heard about this place from a long time ago, but nobody have gone there. There have been lots of failed attempts. Nobody have visited that place. So recently in the year of 2020, a group of young people, my friends, have gone there, completed the entire 7 days of trek, and finally they have achieved something very big, which is like, they have explored the magical Seven Lakes track, right? So the name is Seven Lakes track. So as the name defines, there are 7 lakes during the trek, in which you have to conquer one lake per day. It's like that. So the basic name defines the entire system of the trek. So here we're going to just have a small presentation about the 7 lakes track, and we are going to give you a proper structure about the track in just some time. Okay, so I'm just sharing the screen. Just bear with me once. Yeah. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the photos that you are going to see are real photos which have been clicked in the year of 2020 in the month of September. So these are completely real photos. So this is one of the lake which have been in known. This place is something that have locals have also failed to conquer. This is, all hunters used to visit this place. There have been no routes, no camps, nothing. But recently, a group of young people, young leaders have conquered this track. And so I'm going to show, this is something happening for the first time, that on such a global platform or global webinar in front of everyone, I'm showcasing this unexplored destination. So this is the 7 lakes trek of Anini and Dibang Valley. So Anini is the headquarters of Dibang Valley. Before going to the trek, we are going to just know the geographical knowledge about what is Anini and where is Anini and where is Dibang Valley, right? So Dibang Valley is the largest district of Arunachal, but the lowest density of population in India. It's the least populated district of the entire country. It has almost a population of 8,000 people. And apart from that, it consists of sparkling waterfalls, the rich flora and fauna, wild animals, snow leopards, and it's the home of the Mishmi people. So Mishmi is a tribe of Arunachal, very major tribe of Arunachal. So this is what the valley is all about, in which the Dibang River passes through the valley. So in Dibang Valley, we have the Dibang Wildlife Sanctuary also. So this is the basic introduction of the valley. And apart from that, when it comes to Anini, Anini is the headquarters of Dibang Valley. It's a small village which have a very high tourist potential, but it's very untouched and very unexplored destination. It's very difficult to reach. It takes a very long time to reach from the motorable road also. But the views and the destination and tourism potential is very high. And so today we're going to showcase that one of the very beautiful track of Dibang Valley. So here we're going to see about that. But before that, if some people are from out of Northeast area, you might have been confused with the geographical structure of that. So I'm going to just give a presentation that where is Dibang Valley. So here we can see that this is the map of Arunachal. Here on the western side, here you can see the Tawang and Bomdila. So in this region, here you can explore the Gorichen track, the Bailey Trail track. So this is the western Arunachal, and here is the Dibang Valley. This is bordering with China and down to the Myanmar. We can see the Arunachal down to the Myanmar, but this Dibang Valley is and completely bordering with China. So this is very big district of Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the geographical map, and so let's explore the first and the most beautiful track of Dibang Valley, the 7 Lakes track. So here, so the photos are you're going to see are completely real photos. Okay, so this is, the first here you can see that this is, I have named as Arunachal Basecamp secret. Till before 2020, people have really not heard about this place, and now the photos are becoming very very trending, and people are getting very awestruck looking at the destination, looking at the views, looking at the lakes, the raw beauty of the lakes and everything. So this is the local people call it the Idu Mismis heaven, and the majestic wonders of the Bang Valley. Okay, so Seven Lakes track is one of the, I have given a few little introduction about the track, that it's 4,000 meters above the sea level, and which is almost 11 12,000 feet, and it starts from the grassland. So there is a village, right? The Anini is the village. From the Anini, we have to go to almost 4 hours of drive from there to a grassland, which is called the Emuli grassland. From Emuli grassland, the trek begins, right? It's just 7 8 days of trek, and the walking track begins from the Emuli grassland. Okay, so here we're going to go day 1, day 2, day 3, day wise, with the photos and everything of the lakes which you conquer after 1 day or after 2 days, like that. So here, this is the grassland. This is the grassland of Emuli. So here the journey starts. You have to, start the journey early in the morning. It takes almost 4 to 5 hours of per day trekking. The first day of trekking to reach the first top of the Aniku top camp. There is a campsite over there which have been, set up by the young people over there who have been trying to focus on the promote tourism. So this is the first grass and the first photo. As you can see, this is the trackers going on to via crossing the grassland, and this is the top view from down view from the grassland. As you can see, the river is passing by, and you can see the most beautiful Mathu Valley also there. The grass and all everything. So day 1 begins and ends after reaching the top Anipu top camp, where after 5 hours of trekking. So this is the second day begins after crossing through the very dense bamboo trees and rainforest, and you have to reach the camp 2, which is at the middle of the jungle. It's set up there in the middle of the jungle recently. So this is the view from the camp 2. This is the view, but here we have not, till now the lakes have not been reached in India. So on the third day we are going to explore we are going to witness the first beautiful lake of 7 lakes. Okay, so this is the first view of the lake. As you can see in the first picture, day 3, the lake name is Kapu Waha Lake, right? So you can see this beautiful lake, and you can witness this beautiful lake after 6 hours of trekking across the dense forest. This first lake is fully filled up with all the beautiful and the bright flowers and very very rare orchid flowers, which is only found in the Dibang Valley region. So as you can see in the photos, obviously that it's completely filled up with the flowers, and you can see the photos from here from the top of the lake, right? So this lake is known as Kapu Lake, right? This is basically the lake 1. And in the after setting up camp in the third lake, and we move across to the lake 2nd, right? On the lake 2nd we move across, and in the lake 2 we reach, after trekking for 4 hours, we reach the Rocky Mountains of Dibang Valley. This is something very new, something very very, it resembles in Sydney. It's very similar to the mountains of Norway, and you can see the photos, the trekker standing at the top of the mountain looking at the mountains, right? These are very very different kinds of mountain of Dibang Valley. These are completely rocky mountains which are very very similar with all the foreign destinations. It resemble the mountains of Switzerland, Norway, and many more beautiful places. It looks exactly the same, and I guess it's much more beautiful than that. And this is where the second lake is there, Emuha Lake. The name of the lake is Emuha Lake, and this is the camp. You can see the camp in the second photo. In the last photos, you can see few small camps over there beside the waterfall also there, right? So this is the day 4 journey. So in the day 5, we explored the much beautiful Dini Lake, and This is the view of the lake 3 and the lake 4 are explored on the same day because it's very close to one another. So in the day 5, you can explore the lake 3 and the lake 4. The photo you are seeing the guy sitting at the top of the mountain, the edge of the mountain is the lake 4 Dini Lake, which is very, very clear water. As you can see, the fully bluish water, and it's resemble the complete, Trollungta of Norway, and it's very, very beautiful and very, very pristine. And in the day 6 we explore the 3 lakes, right? So 5, lake number 5, lake number 6, and lake number 7. Lake number 5 is the Chennai Yuha Lake, which is very, very uncommon from the rest of the lakes because it flows at midnight, right? Very few people have seen the lake glowing in the midnight, at past midnight. After 12, it literally shines and it really glows in the midnight, but nobody knows that why it glows. But very few people have seen that glowing in the midnight. And this is the local people believe that the local Mishmi people believe that it have some very strong mythical regions and magical regions of glowing in the midnight. So the reason is very unknown. And this is the lake 5, as we can see, and this is the lake 6 and 7. You can see in the photo, it's a very small lake over there, the Yuhu Uha lake. These are the twin lakes, and these are, you can complete the all these 3 lakes in the day 6 of your trekking. And apart from that, in the day 7 and day 8, you are back to the or starting track point, and this is the views from lake 5. So this is the views you will get from the lake 5, Dini Lake. As you can see, the group of young people sitting over there looking at the views of the mountains and everything. So I hope the photos doesn't justify the exact beauty of the 4 lakes and the views and everything, but we have tried our best to collect the best photos and to give you a presentation on that. So this is my friend over there at the top of the mountain. So these 4 people are the first one to have a successful track to all the 7 lakes track, and we are focusing to promote the tourism of the 7 lakes track, and we are working on that currently. And the first batch is leaving on the August of 6, and then on 12. Then throughout the year we are working to develop the tourism of this 7 lakes track, when we are trying to promote globally, right? So this is a very hard lake, very hard trekking lake. This is not for the first time trackers, or basically this is the real example of into the wild, because there is nothing over there. There is completely jungles, right? And if you are very lucky, you can spot the snow leopards also. And they say that leopards are the friend of the Mishmi people. So they have so if you're very lucky enough, you can obviously spot a snow leopard over there. But this is, as you can see, the best time, if you plan to visit someday in the June and July, if you're very much interested to witness the very unique and the rare flowers and the orchids, you will see the most beautiful flowers in the blooming season start from June and July. But apart from that, in May, you will witness the snow over there, and all the mountains you can see on the photos are filled with completely snow-capped rocky mountains. And apart from that, from September mid onwards, or from the September starting of the September, we are focusing to start the complete days, and it's a good time to trek. And since in the winter there's still very, very winter, very, very cold will be there, but the views and the beauty will be completely awe-striking. So this is what the basic demonstration of the 7 lakes track. And apart from that, as you can see, this is lake 1, and here this is the view you can get over there. This is the view, and this is something very, very new to the Northeast tourism industry, something very uncommon and untouched and unexplored to the Northeast tourism industry. So this is basically conducted by the Amidu trackers of Dibang Valley. They have tackled many challenges through crossing that across the mountains, jungles, and whatnot to successfully track about to complete the 7 lakes track. So this is what the 7 lakes track is all about, and this was the one of the surprise virtual tour that we have planned out for today's special session. And so this is at the top of the Rocky Mountains, as you can see in the top of the Dini Lake. in the day 5, in the day 4 of the trekking journey. As you can see, they are holding the Indian national flag over there, and these are the first group of trekkers that have went and successfully completed the 7 leagues trek. And I hope you have like all the photos and the presentation, and especially something very very new to the new to the trekking and the adventure field of Northeast tourism industry. Thank you so much. So we are just closing the I'm closing the PPT right now. 1 second. One second. Yeah.
Okay, so Himanshu, that was very interesting, and I'm sure our still members in this group, which is numbering about 78, 79 participants are there. I hope you all have enjoyed. You back to the western sector once again, and I'd like to introduce you to the Gorichen Basecamp trek. This is another very interesting trek which is to introduce to you, and I'll show you a short PPT. Don't worry, I won't bother you with so much academic thing, but just brief about the Gorichen trek. Okay, the Gorichen Basecamp trek, as you see in the map, it is located in the western sector, Tawang and West Kameng sector, very close to the Bhutan and China border. Then this is the photograph of the Gorichen. In fact, we have under Gorichen Massif, we have 5 peaks ranging from 21,000 to 22,000 feet above sea level. And the highest one is called the Gorichen Main, which is 21,400 to 10 feet, and it is the locals call it Sangafu, which means abbot of the guardian deity. So Mount Gorichen actually is the name officially given by Geographical Society, a survey of India. Yes. Doing this trek in this type of remote areas is to, of course, to explore the terrain and rich flora and fauna, to explore more trek routes in Arunachal Himalayas for the promotion of tourism through adventure activities. This is also an initiative to instill a sense of adventure spirit among the youths of Northeast region, and also to reach the higher level of achievement through trekking, camping and mountaineering. Here I would also like to add that our organization, Arunachal Mountaineering and Adventure Sports Association, we have trained more than 3,000 youths. We have trained more than 3,000 youths in adventure, and we will continue to do that. And these are new trek routes which we are trying to introduce. Our government is yet to introduce a mountaineering policy, and we are working on that, and I hope very soon we will have the mountaineering policy also, so that local economy can be improved. And so the Gorichen Basecamp trek is like this. We start from Bomdila, we drive up to Jung, and to the last road head New Maling. And from New Maling we trek to Mago, then Mago to Jithang, Jithang to Mirathang, Mirathang to Chokarsam Base Camp, and Chokarsam Base Camp to Advanced Base Camp. So this is the trek route. So this is how our journey starts from Bomdila, by packing and making sure that all the rations, all the camping equipments and all the safety equipments, everything is in order. So this is how our day starts from Bomdila. This is the last road head we are about to reach, that is called New Maling, and you can see how treacherous but it's very beautiful and adventurous, I would say. So this is the first camp that we have it near the this New Maling, and it's just by the riverside and beautiful. So once we have reached there, we unload everything, because after that we cannot get anything. So everything has to be taken and carried forward by horses, by ponies, by yaks and by porters. And in every camp, of course, it's very important that we follow the do's and don'ts. So here our camp leader is briefing the participants, the trekkers, what to do, what not to do, and the next day's program. So next day, this is the trek, and you will find like this lovely waterfalls you will come across so many times while trekking towards Mago. So once you reach Mago, we have a Nuri and Duri, two small hamlets, and you can see the Mago village down below, which we also have an army establishment because this is an army area. And next we move on to Jithang. Jithang is a lovely valley, very very beautiful, and this is our campsite setting up in Jithang. Then here also, of course, as we move towards a higher altitude, our camp leader, they again brief them about next day's program, what will be the height, how the topography is there, and all those safety things are discussed and briefed during the camp's evening session. So this is the one photograph of the lovely valley, and we crisscross this river, glacial river, and we move to the next camp. So this is how we have to cross the small streams again and again and again, because we don't have a proper bridge. So this is all man-made, locally made, I would say, traditional made. So we use these bridges. And here we are approaching towards our marathon camp. As I told you that there will be so many beautiful lakes. So this is one lake where our trekkers are taking some rest and enjoying the scenes and sceneries. So trekking means you have to push yourself. You have to, challenge yourself. So with your load, you have to trek at this high altitude, which is touching almost 14,500 feet above sea level. So this is our Gorishan base camp at almost 15,000 feet above sea level, and our trekkers, camp setup. Normally we organize the program during September and October, and we have snowfall in the base camp. And when you are in the mountains, when you are close to the nature, of course you have to remember our Almighty God, and here we have our local puja being offered at the Gorishan base camp. And then this is the last and final advanced base camp. Again, this glacial water flowing down, we have to crisscross this one. Here no bridge, sometimes you have to just cross it and reach the next camp. So this is our advanced base camp, full of snow, and here you have to be a little bit more careful. And this is the kitchen. Our nutritious veg food is served, and this is how we have to be in the mountains, make do whatever is available with you. So for camp trekkers, and for the mountaineers who are hardcore mountaineers, these are the places you will go for. That is like Mount Gorichen expedition. So we also organize Mount Gorichen expedition, and these are the places where peaks you will touch and you will visit, you will climb if you are a hardcore mountaineer. Of course, that's another separate story which we'll share later on. So this is all about our Gorichen base camp trek, and so here I would like to share one can you see this bottle? I hope it is visible.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not advertising Sprite. I'm not advertising any Sprite or any other Coke. But what I'm trying to show is this: there is a trash inside. Trash. We put the trash here, and this is the collection of 2 months. All the plastic, they go inside this bottle. The more you push it, the more you can put it. So if you put it in the dustbin, it's 3-4 dustbins collection. But if you put it here in the one bottle, then it goes. So we have just tried our little contribution towards the Mother Earth and to keep our campsite clean. So we encourage everyone to keep one empty bottle at home, another bottle in the car, and when you go in the mountains to carry one, so that you can collect all the plastics and put it here. And, this is what we practice in our camps. And I would like to request all of you who are present in this webinar, if you can also do this little bit from your side. It is doable, and I assure you, it will really be helpful to the nature. And this one next, I'll show you a short this one video of our camp. A very short video of how our camp looks like. This camp is at the Tungri, 11,000 feet above sea level. So that was a small view of how our looks like at 11,000 feet above sea level. Beyond that, of course, the higher altitude camps also are there, but we have just given one view. Uh, trekking and mountaineering in Arunachal is still, we still have to learn a lot from our well developed states like Uttarakhand and Himachal and country like Nepal. We have to learn from them how to organize treks and tours. And in the we also do a lot of what is this called, uh, adventure training programs. And we have trained more than 3,000 youths. We plan to have uh, our own cooks. We want to have our own porters locally, so that they can also get some employment and economy can be improved. So I'm sure MOT will look into these challenges which we have, and of course MOT has been doing a lot for all of us. In fact, Honorable Minister was here in Guwahati a few days back, and he was very kind enough to invite us for interaction. And 9 tour operators from Northeast we are selected, and we had a very close interaction with the Honorable Minister, sir. And he has assured to do whatever is possible from the MOT side to improve, to develop India tourism I mean Northeast India tourism. So we are really thankful to MOT, and I'm sure you all have enjoyed. You have any question, you can you can have it during the Q&A session. And I hope you enjoyed the Seven Lakes track. I hope you enjoyed the Gorichen Basecamp track. I hope you have learned a little bit about the Bailey track. And lastly, I request you all once again to use this bottle. Please, my humble request to all of you. It is doable. If you practice once, then I think you can surely do it. And please do try to do that. I will be really thankful to all of you. And lastly, I thank once again to MOT, especially our ADG ma'am. She has been very helpful, suggesting us, guiding us all along, and we hope to have more guidance from her and from the MOT to take Northeast India tourism to the next level. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Saving. Thank you, Himanshu. I think you guys have transformed what we are thinking. Each of us who is sitting in Places like I'm in Delhi right now, and others are sitting in wherever they are across India and across the world. But everybody, I'm sure, is already getting this feeling that we have to go to this beautiful part of India. But so some questions coming in. I would, some of the things have already been said, but sometimes because viewers join in a little late. So questions coming in that how do you get to Arunachal Pradesh from some of the different parts of India? So a little bit input is needed on that. And there is also a query from someone who said that hope Sandeep has asked that hope the safety aspect is considered with the current uncertainties in China in the region. So we'll take that later, but could we get a little idea on how do people get to Arunachal Pradesh and different paths within Arunachal Pradesh?
Well, ma'am, uh, Arunachal is 84,000 square kilometer and it can be reached from three main entry points. Of course, it starts from Guwahati in Assam, and the second one is Dibrugarh for the eastern sector of Arunachal Pradesh, and the third one is Tezpur for the western sector. And as of now, people can reach by car and by road, of course. But very soon we'll have a flight. We already have a flight, a small aircraft flying to uh, Pasigat, and also we have a daily chopper flight from Guwahati to Itanagar, from Guwahati to Tawang. Except Sunday, we have a everyday flight, chopper flights. So these are the two ways of reaching Arunachal Pradesh as of now. And other thing is that entry pass is required. That is called inner land permit. So any non-Arunachali entering Arunachal Pradesh will require inner land permit, which you can visit arunachalilp.com. I will share that one with all of you. So you just have to go there, and then it is just 5 minutes clicking, not even 5 minutes, I would say 1 minute clicking, and then you will get your land permit. If anybody has got any problem, they can always connect with us. They can always get back to the registered tour operators, which is listed in the website of Arunachal Tourism. And we are there to help you, and we'll make your visit memorable and enjoyable. I hope I have been able to answer that.
Yes, thank you. And so, for people asking for contact details, Sering has already mentioned that you can go on the website of Arunachal Tourism and you will find the details of all the registered tour operators. Apart from that, I would also like to inform all of you who are watching, and you can share it with family and friends, that all the webinars that we host under the Dekho Apna Desh banner go as a recorded version on the Ministry of Tourism's website under, again, the banner of Dekho Apna Desh. And we bring to you these webinars in collaboration with the NEGD, which is a part of the Government of India's electronic and digital effort at creating digital learning. So they are found as digital learning experiences. You can find them on YouTube. And therefore, in fact, sometimes we have other things to do while the live show is on. You are more than welcome to see these webinars later. You can see them in more detail when you're planning your travels. You can also share with family and friends. But that's how, by word of mouth, we create more and more information about our beautiful country. Now, some questions also come in, Sering, on the kind of stay options and also some kind of an estimation of the cost of the package, particularly for the trekking. Would you like to take that question?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so basically, basically when we are in the small towns and some hamlets, we have small guest houses like Bomdila, Dirang, Tawang. We have very good hotels. We don't have a classified hotel 5 star or 4 star as such, but we have that category of hotels, and I think MOT is working on that to give a classification. In fact, two 5 star hotels are coming up, one at Dirang and another in Tawang. which will become functional very soon. It is in the very advanced stage of completion, and and as for the this one, during the treks we give dome tents, we provide alpine tents, we have very good tents, quality tents, which depends on the altitude. Different type of tents for the different altitude to keep them warm and comfortable. So normally people are comfortable and they will have no problem. Regarding the cost, uh, yes, some of the programs we have organized with the help of the MOT, where no cost is involved, and with the help of the Arunachal Tourism Department. So, which we are, organizing program with the help of the government. There, we don't have cost except the registration, very minimal registration fee. But other than that, when a commercial uh, program is organized, yes, there we don't take any money from the government, but we take as a participation fee. That is mostly on the customized basis. And I tell you, we don't charge sky high amount because we want people to come again and again. We want repeat clients, repeat customers, and we want them to be our ambassador. So when they go back, they can say that yes, we got a money's worth of our this one, and we enjoy it. And that is why we keep our cost very low, and we are happy and proud to announce that yes, we have several repeat clients from within India and abroad. And so anybody who's interested can always get in touch with us. And in fact, yesterday we have officially launched the bellytrek.com. We had my wife is, she looks after the adventure part. She is a Guinness World Record holder. She has climbed 15 different peaks around the world, and she has been to Mount Everest 5 times, twice in 5 days she climbed, and she is a Padma Shri awardee. So, so she's in the field and I'm in the office. I should be in the field, but she's in the field. Ladies, I salute to the ladies. Even in Olympics, also we have ladies doing wonders. And even here also in the MOT, we have our brown madam leading from the front. Really, we salute our ladies. And I'm saying that everywhere the ladies are involved, their things are very good, very proper, and things are very well managed, well organized, professionally done. So this is all about the costing, how to arrive, what the facilities are available, and more information, whatever is required. We are always there 24/7, 365.
So that's a big one going for the ladies, and indeed, the ladies in hockey have just beaten South Africa as we are doing our webinars. They just won that, and we also have the other ladies kind of going ahead. The first sailing gold of Tokyo 2020 also decided. So shooting, and so lots of interesting things happening. But Sering, do you have your better half somewhere near you? We would love to have her for a couple of minutes on platform if she's around.
She's there now, right? Oh, she has gone to the veterinary. This one.
Okay,
We have
no
a small
problem. Probably
kitten.
we'll do a
We have a
segment
small
with her.
kitten, and she has gone to the vet with the kitten.
Okay, okay.
She
No, no,
loves the
no, no
kitten a
problem.
lot. I think she's gone there. She was there
Not a
sometime back.
problem. Not a problem. We will have a separate session with her. I think when we can have her talk all about mountaineering and also the woman's perspective on mountaineering, because I think it's a very interesting segment from the India perspective to tell people about the mountaineering options, and who better than her, who is a Guinness Award winner. So I think, and also a Padma Shri. It would be an honor to have her. Just a few more questions, but I am going to leave everyone with the thought that there is already information available. The information can be reached out. Where there's a will, there's a way. Sering has already said that though he is the record holder of the highest sky jump, but the prices are not sky high. So make benefit while we have such wonderful people attached with the whole ecosystem of tourism. So don't be scared, don't be worried. You have wonderful people like Sering, like Himanshu, who will take care of you when you do decide to go to the absolutely pristine areas of our country. What are the prospects after normal? Asked Rohit Mukherjee. Rohit, I think what has been the biggest positive of the pandemic, as far as for all of us in India are concerned, that because we can't travel out of India, we've suddenly discovered that India had so much to it than the few standard things that we all used to think about. So I think that is where the learnings come, and we hope that all of you will join our friends and family and will keep touring India in the months to come. Of course, for now, we have to remember keep wearing your mask, keep safe, because we must make sure that the third wave doesn't come. It has been a tough period for the entire industry, for all of us, as we take India forward. Therefore, we have to be safe, we have to respect protocols. And that's the only way to come out of the pandemic. Do take your vaccine, take your jabs. All that is being told by the government, particularly by the health departments. Please follow all that. Now, I am going to ask Himanshu at this point in time, Himanshu, your one last message. What would you like to tell everyone who's watching this show today?
Uh, Thank you so much, ma'am, for all the words and everything. So I think the last thing I would like to say that like if you have not explored, if you have not visited this place, this beautiful states of the India, 8 states of India, like everyone to visit over here once everything is normal. And apart from that, I would like to suggest and request everyone to maintain and to focus on the sustainability of travel and focus on sustainable travel. And I've been promoting responsible tourism and responsible travel since the very beginning. So it's very important for everyone and all of us and all the tourist destination, and to think about the nature environment and everything, so that we are basically dependent on it, obviously. So sustainable travel, responsible travel are very, very important aspect to consider after everything is okay, and follow and try to experience with the tours and travels whenever you come to here, or whenever you travel. Focus on the homestays basically, because it's basically uplift the local communities and everyone. So we have been promoting homestays and local communities. We have been working, you know since the very beginning. We have tried our best to to help the local communities over there, different tribes over there. So we have been working on different homestay models also. So it's basically, my request is to focus on sustainable travel, responsible travel, and try to stay on the homestays, because you will get the best of the best experience, the culture, the ethnic cuisines, and all the beauty, the familiar environment and everything. You will love it, and it's the home. Actually, it's the second home. So that's all my request. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Vanshu. That's a lovely message to give to everyone, that when you go there, go stay in the homestays, because that's the best way to experience everything that the local communities do, the way they eat, the way they dress, the music that they listen to, and so many other things that you learn and that adds so much value to your memories. Because what is travel if it's not about building beautiful memories and making some wonderful friends along the way? So definitely, friends, that's an important message. And yes, message for sustainability, because as we grow as population, as we all travel far more, there is ease of travel happening, but then it also adds a lot of responsibility on our shoulders to make sure that we don't litter our beautiful mother earth, because it's our home. My home is not defined by the four walls that I live in, but my home is Mother Earth. And I think that's a sentiment that we definitely need to develop more and more, as mankind is using more and more of science and technology to improve its lives in many manners, but not to sullify the beautiful Mother Earth. Sharing one last message from you before we will have to, as I said, we are almost towards the end of our 1 hour. So, a one message from you for everyone.
Uh, well, ma'am, to invite everyone to visit Arunachal Pradesh and to explore its hospitality. One has to come here to believe what I'm saying. And also, ma'am, I take this opportunity to request the MOT Delhi to, kindly upgrade and kindly fund a little bit more our Northeast India Tourism Office based in Guwahati. With more funding, with more manpower, I think they can help more promotion of tourism in 8 states of Northeast. I think they really need, because whenever we find that they are short staffed and we need little bit of. I think they need a little bit of push so that they can do further. Present RD sir is doing a lot, and he has been busy doing a lot of things, and his team is doing wonders. I mean, 3 4 years back, we hardly had any interaction with the MOT Guwahati office. But last, in spite of this pandemic, we have been doing webinars, we have been organizing this program, that program, and people around the world are now aware of Northeast India. So I think this is one request I would like to make, and that's all, ma'am. And thank you so much for this opportunity, for giving us this opportunity and the platform to share our hidden and unexplored destinations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sering. And MOT, yes, we try and do our bit. We try and create as many promotional avenues as we can. And I also must repeat what I say every single time, that this is just an initiative on our part in collaboration with NETD to bring to you the different jewels of India. But the platform is entirely yours. If all of you have ideas, if you have the initiative to come up and showcase anything interesting which you believe will make a nice story, because it's about storytelling. So therefore, if any of you want to bring your stories on Dekho Apna Desh, please reach out to us. Our coordinates are available on the Ministry of Tourism's website. You can reach us. So where there's a will, there's a way. I'm sure you'll find us. The emails are there, our office numbers are there. Sometimes it takes a while to onboard some of you on our Dekho Apna Desh. That's not because we don't value your content, but that's because we have a long queue of people requesting on what all they want to showcase. So, but do not be daunted by that. Do share your ideas. We'd be very happy to host, because Dekho aur Dikhao Apna Sundar Atulya Bharat is all about doing things together. So, with those words, I'm going to say thanks to Sering and Himanshu, and also
Thank you.
tell you that next week, also, we're going to remain somewhere on the east. Last week, we were in Sundarbans. This week, we are in Arunachal. Next week, again, we'll be somewhere back to Bengal, but showing you something very different. And because that's, if I remember correctly, when we did the first webinar on Bengal last April or early May, and a lot of comments came and they said, oh, how can you do only one session on Bengal? And I said, please wait, we are going to do at least 10, because each of our states is so diverse, has so much to showcase. I think now it's the fourth one coming on Bengal, and we're going strong still. And therefore, do join us next Saturday at 11 a.m. to go back to Bengal and see what else are we going to see from that beautiful state. But today, keep dreaming of the beautiful lakes and the beautiful clouds and the greenery that both Himanshu and Sering have shown us today. Start planning, start packing your bags, also keep wearing your mask, but take care, stay safe. Thank you everyone for joining us today. And as I said, stay healthy and start packing your bags. Sering and Himanshu, we are all coming very soon to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Namaste, everyone. Thank you.